Moving on with my 2024 makeup collection and declutter series. Today we're going to be doing blushes. I have all of my powder blushes here. I like to get this down by at least a third. A lot of these I've had for a long time, but we will see. And then the bottom drawer, this is mostly cream and liquids. I think the plan is for a lot of these to go as well, but we'll see. Let's go on ahead. I'm going to take everything out. We'll start with, you know what? I think we'll start with the cream and liquid blushes first, and then we'll finish off with the powder. Let me go ahead and take everything out of the drawer, and then we will get started. Let's go ahead and start with our AOA Studio blushes first. Total, I believe I have 43 cream and liquid blushes. That is a lot. So there's a lot of them that I know for sure, or at least some that I know for sure that I am going to be decluttering. Let's start with the Petal Pop. I will be keeping all three of these. These are powder and cream duos. First we have, this one is Bloomers. This formula is absolutely stunning, you guys. The cream blends and just looks so natural, just gives you this gorgeous flush of color. And then the powder, what I usually do is put the cream, and this is what I do with any cream or liquid blush. I do the cream over my foundation, set everything down in powder, and then go lightly over it with a powder blush, if I do both in combination, and so pretty. And then we have Flower. This one is my favorite of the three, just very natural everyday colors. You can see this one I have used the most. It is stunning. And then we have Banquet. Banquet is similar to Flower. You see I've used this one a lot too. All three of these are gorgeous, and they were $1, you guys, $1. Just a quick note, any cream and liquid products that I don't decide to pass on to my daughter, the rest will just go in the trash, because we don't passing on cream and liquid products. That's just gross. We don't, very unsanitary. We don't want to do that. Next, we have our Hush Cream blushes. I'm only going to be keeping one, and that's this one. Charmed, you guys. This one is the only cream blush that I've ever used that of a red that actually blends red on the skin. This is gorgeous. I will be hanging on to these. These three, while I love, we have Bloom, Cupid, and Shy. I do love these shades, but I just don't ever pull them. And this is also an older formula. I've had these for quite some time. I have these shades in other formulas, so it's time to just go ahead and let these three go. This one, just so you guys know, was a repurchase. This is not the original one that I first owned. All right, these two are the Color Flush liquid blushes. I'm going to be hanging on to these as well. Two of them I have used up, one or two of them, and they're in my all the makeup I've used up in 2024. I will be talking about that sometime in the next few videos. We have Walnut and Cherry Wood. These are the most beautiful formulas. They blend like a dream, last all day. Both of these I've almost used up, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hang on to these. And then these three, you guys, these are probably my absolute favorite AOA Studio cream blush formulas that they have made. Very nice glass packaging. These are only $1. They are the Venetian Romance Creamy Blush. We have Vanity, gorgeous pink. Cake, which is kind of an orange, not orange, mauve red. And then Tea Party, this one is a very soft, warm, orangey tone. All three of these are beautiful. Like the bronzer, the cream one that I kept, Canal, for my bronzer declutter. These three are some of the most beautiful cream blush formulas I've ever used, period. They're stunning. Oh, we have another Hush blush. I'm going to also declutter this one. This one is Cozy. Those Hush blushes, you guys, they did me so well. I loved them for so long, but yeah, they're very, very old. These are all of the ColourPop cream blushes that I have. This one I'm going to declutter. I got this one in a mystery box. It's one of the blush sticks. The shade is in, what is the shade? I don't even know what the shade is, but this one doesn't even show up on my skin. In the stick, it's really pretty, but I have to build and build and build, and still this one does not show up. I will be decluttering this one. It's probably why it was in a mystery box. These two I will be keeping. These are from the Tinkerbell collaboration, Darling and Magic Moon. Darling is my favorite of the two. This is a very rich, warm, bronzy color. In the summertime, it just gives you the most gorgeous bronzy glow. It is stunning. And this one is more of a kind of a coral red. Ugh, both these formulas are gorgeous. These two I'm going to declutter. This one, now, I got this one, actually I ordered this one before because I wanted the red. It's the ColourPop and Mariala, I think it is, in Just Plain, completely dried out. And then this one I got in a mystery box and thought, okay, I can get this one. It's a replacement. This one is also dried out. So I'm assuming that these expired and they just threw them in the mystery boxes to get rid of them. Not a very good move, ColourPop. This one is Georgette. Yes. Very pretty, but as you can see, it's like starting to get dry and crackly there. Time to let this one go. This one is very similar to Darling in the Tinkerbell collection, just not as bronzy warm. Let's do this kind of a random group right here. All of these, I only have one each of in the particular brands. I will be keeping this one from LYS. This is At Last. Oh, not LYS, Ilia. This is the multi-stick. This one is so pretty. This one gives me the most beautiful, just warm, kind of mauve flush of color. Like, it looks so natural on the skin. Stunning. This one I got in an advent calendar, Beauty Creations. Another gorgeous formula. This is the Barely Blushing. I can't read the shade. Pink Rose. Beautiful formula, glides on like a dream. And then we have from Beauty Bay, unfortunately, they don't make these anymore. I don't even think the Beauty Bay brand, except for the palettes, really exists anymore. The shade is in Reef. This one is a matte. I love this one. Goes on creamy, but dries down matte, lasts all day. This one I'm going to declutter. I got this one out of an Allure Beauty box. It is one of the nude sticks and nudes, one of the nudes matte from Nude Stick. The shade is in Sunset Strip. First of all, it's not nude. It's very creamy, kind of dewy. The shade is really pretty, but when I put this on, there's like no color. I have to build and build and build, much like that one from ColourPop, and still no color on my cheeks. So disappointing. I was hoping that I would enjoy this, but yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. This one I have not used yet. I got this one out of the Revolution Advent calendar that I just recently opened up. It's one of the blush bombs. I have used the blush bomb formula before. No, I don't. I don't have it anymore, but I have used the blush bomb formula and I loved it. This shade is in cute pink, as you can see. Looks like it's more of a brighter mauve pink. Looking forward to actually trying this one. This one I'm going to declutter. This is from Profusion. It is the Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush in My Time. It's a really pretty shade, but I just don't ever pull it. I have other shades very similar to this, including these two right here that I pull first. I just never think to pull this one. I had two of these. I decluttered the last one in the last declutter, which was a year ago. So it's probably a good idea to go ahead and let this one go at this point since I'm not using it. It is a beautiful formula. If you were ever thinking about, if you're ever looking for an inexpensive liquid blush formula, this one is a good one. Now we have from Tower 28, the Beach Please in Golden Hour and the Mora Love Heat Cream Blush and I Want You. These are very, very similar. And I tend to like grab one over the other. Let me swatch these. I just want to see what the shades look like. Okay, this is the Mora and I Want You. Both formulas are very similar as far as the way they feel. Okay, so that is I Want You. And then Tower 28 in Golden Hour. I think I'm just going to keep one of these. I don't really see the need to keep both, especially they're very, very similar to each other. Yeah. I'm going to keep the Mora and then declutter the Tower 20. I mean, as you can see there, they're almost identical shades, and I really don't need both. We have these three here. Let's do these three next. These two are duos. First, we have from LYS. You guys, I love this one. It's the Higher Standard Satin Cream Blush in Epic. Such a gorgeous, warm, toasty orange. I love a gorgeous, warm, toasty orange. And this one is so beautiful. Now, it does get kind of hard pan on the top sometimes, but you just like kind of remove that hard pan. And there you go. Oh my God, it is stunning. Definitely be hanging on to this one. Then we have from Kiko Milano. This is from the Powerful Love collection. This is Romeo and Juliet. This is a duo cream blush. With this one, I mainly just want to swatch it and just see if the formula is still performing, because it was a gorgeous formula and I do love it. Oh yeah. Yep. Stunning. Oh, such a gorgeous formula. When it comes to Kiko Milano, their cream blush formula really is gorgeous. This last one is from Patrick Ta. This is the Double Take Cream and Powder Blush and She's Vibrant. I've mentioned this before, but this one in the photos on the website looked like it was a corally orange. As you can see, it is not. But you have a cream on the top and a powder on the bottom. I don't really pull this one that much, but it is one of the more higher end products that I have. and it still performs. We'll be hanging on to this one. Next, we have my Profusion cream blushes. And you guys, I have so many. Profusion actually makes one of the most beautiful cream blushes, and it's very inexpensive. They're usually around $3 to $5. All right, let's see. Do I want to hang on to all of these? They're all so pretty. All right, let's see. We have, these were from the Boba Tea collection. We have Terrific and Best Tea. So that is Best Tea, or that's Terrific and this is Best Tea. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open all of these so that way I can see what the shades look like side by side and then kind of decide. These two are from the Full Bloom collection. We have Rose Petal. This is a really stunning kind of a warmer tone. And then we have Hibiscus. The latest collections, these were the, I think it was the Full Bloom, something like that. It was a flower collection, spring collection. We have Wild Rose, and then we have Pretty Poppy. All right, what do we want to do? Right, first of all, let's look at these two. I think I'm going to declutter Best Tea. I've had this one the longest, and this one is newer. Yeah, I'm going to declutter Best Tea, and then we'll just hang on to this one, which is, what is this one? Pretty Poppy. There's nothing wrong with this one, but I have had it a long time. It's getting kind of old. Then we have, this one I'm definitely going to keep. This is the Rose Petal. This is like a very everyday warm tone. Love this one. I'm definitely going to keep this one. And then we have these three. Wild Rose I am going to keep because it is a unique color. I do not have, I don't think, any cream blushes except maybe with one other one in the shade. And this is also newer to my collection, so I'm going to keep this one. We have Hibiscus, and then, what's this one again? Terrific. Let me swatch these two one more time so that I can compare. I think I'm going to declutter this one, but let's see. Okay, this one is warmer, or not as bright, and this one's brighter. This one I've had longer though. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one, and then we'll keep this one. We are down to our last little kind of random group. We have some e.l.f., we have some Danessa Myricks, we have Ulta Beauty, and then this one is a random one. This is the Clean Beauty Lip Color and Blush Duo. I can't remember what this one is from, but I got this one from the Dollar Tree. It's pretty, but as you can see from the ones that I have already shown you and swatched, I already have the shade. It's an okay formula, but I don't need it. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I actually got this for a trying some new makeup from the Dollar Tree video. That's the only reason why I got it. These two were new this year. This is from e.l.f. These were the Camo Cream Blushes or Liquid Blushes. I'm going to go ahead and declutter both of these. I'm going to pass this one on to my daughter. The shade is in, can I even see it? Man, I cannot even read those shades or the shade names. The formula is okay, but I found that they went on kind of splotchy. They didn't really go on very smooth. They lifted up my makeup underneath. I was very unimpressed with this formula. So I'm going to declutter both. This one I'm going to give to my daughter. I'll see if she wants this one. If not, then it will just get tossed. Because like I said, cream, liquid products, I do not pass on to other people. This one I'm also going to declutter. This is also from e.l.f. in Berry Radiant. It's one of the Halo Glow Beauty wands. It is a gorgeous shade, gorgeous formula, and I have kept it because I figured, hey, you know what, I can use them. I might wear a glowy berry blush, but I'm not. I've maybe worn this once. It's just not my formula, and I do have a shade similar to this in one of those color CoverGirl palettes that I kept from the face palettes, and I've had this for a while. I think these came out last year was when the Halo Glow, either last year or early this year, maybe early this year, but yeah, I know that I'm not going to use this. I might see if my daughter wants it. If not, then it will be tossed. I will be keeping both of my Danessa Myricks blushes. These are the Yummy Skin Cream Blushes in Prima Donna and Golden Hour. Both of these are gorgeous. I'll be hanging on to these. And this one I'm going to declutter. This is from Ulta Beauty. It's the Ulta Beauty Collection Ready Set Blush. There are 3 shades in here. I thought, this would be really cute, maybe easy to travel with because you have the little stack, but none of these are good. This formula is very, very emollient. Like if you're someone who has dry skin, you might like these, but the issue is the pigment. I build and build and build with these, and it just feels like the pigment just blends away. It's the pigmentation, lack of pigment, lack of staying power that's more so the issue than the shades. I hope that it would work for me. Unfortunately, it did not. So out of my 40 plus cream liquid blushes, I kept 27. I think that's pretty good. All right, let's move on to powders. Moving into powder blushes, and if my count is correct, I have 44, 45. It's a lot of blush, and a lot of these, you guys, I have been hanging on to for so long, and it's really time to just let them go. All right, first we have my Color Pops. I have, was it 6 here? I'm going to keep all of the heart blushes for sure. In fact, I will probably be keeping everything in this stack. We have Baby Cakes. I'm going to keep this one because I don't have anything else, I don't think, in this particular shade. We'll have to see as we're going along, but I'm going to keep that one for now. Same thing with Forever Yours. These are the powder blushes and the heart compacts, which is mainly the reason why I'm keeping these. And we have Love Me Not. Beautiful, gorgeous, soft red. You can also build it up. It's so pretty. And then this last one is Text Me. So pretty. Like I said, I'm going to, as I go along and I'm looking at the tones that I have in other shades, something that I decided that I've kept might end up being decluttered once I compare and contrast, but we'll see. Yeah, this is from the Retro collection, or this was from the, oh, what was it called? Retro is the name of the shade. It's, oh Lord, I can't even remember. Kind of the Andy Warhol pop collection it was. This is a gorgeous shade. I do have this shade like in other formulas, so I'm going to set this one to the side, and this might be a keeper. Same thing with this one. This is Toffee Cake. This is such a pretty, like, bricky kind of mauve red purple. Ooh, let me compare it to this one. Just Baby Cakes. No, they are different. But I do think I have something else similar to this one. We'll see as we go along. Next we have from Juvia's Place. I want to keep both of these as well. We have Bella. They actually don't make this formula anymore. Bella and Serafina. They have like a new formula out now. Both of these are stunning. I've had these for so long. Once again, let's see what else we have, and we'll go from there. That's kind of what this whole little section is going to be, comparing, contrasting, and then deciding if we want to keep anything. I am going to keep this one for sure. This is one of the newest ones to my collection. It's from the NYX Buttermelt collection. This is such a gorgeous formula. The shade that I have is in Had Butter. This is such a gorgeous, I think this one is kind of a satin matte. It is absolutely beautiful. Gorgeous formula. Definitely know for sure I'm hanging on to this one. We have a few from Revolution. I think this is all the Revolution ones. This one I'm definitely hanging on to. I've had it for a while, but it is stunning. It's a blush highlighter, the Peach and Glow. As you can see, it's deeper here and then an ombre, so like a lighter peachy highlighter. This is gorgeous, still performs. I will definitely be hanging on to this one. Then we have these two. This one came out of a Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory Advent Calendar. This one came out of a Gingy Advent Calendar, Shrek and Revolution. These shades are the same. What I'm going to do, because I don't need both of them out, although they are beautiful, I'm going to keep this one out, and this one I'm going to put away in my archive because I mainly got it for the packaging. Like I said, these shades are basically identical. Don't need them both out, but I'm going to keep this one in my main collection and put this one in my archive. Let's do this little stack next. These two are from Udin's Eye. We have Orange Sunny. This one I will definitely be hanging on to. This is a gorgeous bronzy orange. This is basically that LYS cream bronzer, but in a powder. So freaking stunning. Will not be decluttering this one. This one I'm still deciding on. This is Sunset Clouds. It's a really pretty soft pink. I have a lot of formulas in similar shades, so I'm going to put this one to the side. And as I come to those shades, we'll compare and we'll contrast. We have 3 from Moira. These are the Signature Ombre Blushers, and I'm going to hang on to all 3 of these. These are gorgeous. We have Orange Blossom. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to declutter this one. Well, I love an orangey blush. This was a very bright, kind of a tangerine. I pulled it back in a couple times throughout the year, and I have to admit that the shade, the tone is just not something I absolutely love. And if I kept it, I would only be keeping it for the pattern. It's time to go ahead and let this one go, but I will be keeping these two. We have Mellow Pink and Bella Pink. This one is such a soft, like everyday tone. And this one has just a little bit more going on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this one to the side, and we'll compare this one to the Udin's Eye. My goal really is to like narrow this down as much as possible. I don't want to hang on to shades that I have like 30,000 of, especially if it's a formula that I've had for a long time, like this one. I'm going to declutter this one. This is the Holiday Gems Blush Suede Blush Under the Mistletoe from Kiko Milano. I've loved it. It has like a really pretty cookie smell, but I have this shade probably 20 times over, and I've had this one for four years at least, so it's pretty old. It's time to let this one go. And then we have two from Starry. You can find this brand on Oewa Studio. These two I got, or Shop Miss A. These two I got from the Dollar Tree. What are the shades? Natural Glow. Let me just swatch. Both of these have like a really pretty kind of a glow to them. And then this one is, oh no, they're both Natural Glow. What is these shades? Do they have shade names? You know what? They don't actually have shade names. Natural Glow is just the formula. This one is more peachy. Don't want to keep these. You know what? I'm going to keep the peachier tone, this one, but I am going to go ahead and declutter this one. I do have this shade a lot, and I don't really just reach for a glowy pink blush that often. Let's do these next. We have one from Beauty Bay, we have one from CoverGirl. I am going to go ahead and declutter both of these. From Beauty Bay, this is just the Powder Blush in Coral. It's a pretty shade, but I have this one in other formulas that I'm more likely to reach for. And Beauty Bay doesn't make this one anymore. I'm going to go ahead and let this one go. Same thing with this one. Nothing wrong with this. This is a gorgeous formula. It is the True Blend So Flush High Pigmented Blush in Hot Frenzy. The thing is that it's exactly the same shade as this one from ColourPop, the Love Me Not. When you swatch them and they go on, they're identical. And I am more likely to pull this one than I am this one. So I'm going to keep this one, declutter this one. This one from Give Beauty, this one is newer to my collection. It is the Fill and Cheeky Amplifying Blush Duo in Flirty Talk. You have two shades. Oh my God. This particular formula, it is very soft, very natural in the skin. It just blends right in. It just gives you the most gorgeous flush of color. I do wish that the pans were bigger, but it is a beautiful formula. I'm going to hang on to this one. We have my three blushes from Haus Labs. They have recently repackaged where now there's like a square on the cover that tells you what color they are instead of just the mirrored packaging. Thought about decluttering these and replacing them with those, but yeah, probably not. We have Hibiscus Haze. And then we have Pomelo Peach. Pomelo Peach is my favorite. And then we have, what is this one? Watermelon Bliss. Let me see something. We have this one this is Sunset Clouds. See, very similar to this one. And then the Moira is also similar. All right. I know that I have some more that are similar to these shades, so I'll wait until I have them all, and then we'll go from there. I know I'm definitely going to keep Pomelo Peach. This one is my absolute favorite, so I'm going to keep this one. The Watermelon, I'm going to set to the side as well. From Be Perfect, we have my two Scorched blushes. I will be hanging on to both of these. We have Fever and Magma. Magma is this gorgeous glowy orange. So stunning. And then this one is kind of a mauvey purple. I don't have anything like this. And I do like to take this one and put it over a matte mauvey blush. It's kind of like a highlight. Both of these are beautiful, and I will be keeping them. We have some Oewa Studio blushes here. And then I think this is the only e.l.f. blush that I have. This one is in Brick Red. This is one of their original formulas. If you guys remember when e.l.f. first came out, and it was like between $1 and $3 back when e.l.f. was like really, really inexpensive. I'm going to compare this one to, which is it? This one, Toffee Cake. I think these two are pretty similar in tone. So we have Brick Red and we have Toffee Cake. Brick Red, Toffee Cake. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and declutter Brick Red because I've had this one the longest, and we'll just hang on to Toffee Cake so far. And then we have these from Oewa Studio. This one is a blush and highlighter duo, Silk Wing. This is part of the Fly With Me collection. This is a really pretty formula, especially this highlighter. Like, it looks yellow right there, but it actually has kind of a pink to yellow shift. I don't know if you can see that, but it's so pretty. The shift in this one is gorgeous. I'm going to hang on to this one. And I'm definitely going to hang on to this one. This is Raku. This is a gorgeous, like, everyday soft tone. This formula in this particular one, so pretty. And the question is, do I want to hang on to these? We have Kyoko. I'm going to put this one to the side, compare it to the other ones that are similar to it. And then we have Shure. I think that's how you say that one. I'm going to put this one up here, compare as well. And we have some random ones here. From Milani. I have kept this one for so long. It is the Baked Powder Blush in Coco Felicita. It's a kind of a brown, glowy blush. And I thought, you know what? I don't have anything in my collection, so I'll hang on to it. But I have had, this is probably the third declutter where I've had this one. And you know how many times I've used it in the last 2 years? Maybe once, maybe twice. I have been in denial that I need this in my collection. Clearly I don't. Time to let it go. Then we have these two from Faux. I got these from Temu. This one I'm going to declutter because I know that I have this one 1,000 times over, and there are other formulas that I'm more likely to keep instead of that one. This one though, 501, is such a pretty everyday, just natural tone. I'm going to keep this one. And then we have from Beauty Creations. I got this one on an advent calendar. My favorite matte. I don't think it actually has a shade. It's a very, very soft pink. This is another one that I'm going to put to the side and compare and contrast. As you can see, I have a lot of blushes that are in very similar tones. This one from Essence, I am going to declutter this one. This is one of the pure nude blushes in Bold Heart. It's a very soft, glowy pink, but I never pull it. I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one. And then we have my two from Kimchi Chick. We have the Thaler Blush in Mercedes R and the Thaler Blush in Cheeky. I will definitely be keeping Mercedes R, as you can see. It's very, very unique. We have a brighter pink. This is a really pretty burnt orange tone, gorgeous formula. Definitely hanging on to this one. And then this one is Cheeky. I'm going to go ahead and hang on to this one too, even though I do have similar shades in other ones, because there are two shades in here and I can always like travel with this and have the two different tones. And I love the Kimchi Chick packaging. In case you're unaware, Kimchi Chick is a Korean drag queen. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we are down to our last stack, and then we are going to be doing some comparing. Sephora. I kept this one from the last declutter. I am going to go ahead and declutter this. It's the Colorful Blush in Passionate. It's a really pretty soft tone, but this one is actually very similar to the one that I kept, that I got from the Dollar Tree, Starry. That one is more pigmented than this one, and I have not pulled this one out once, so we're going to let it go. I'm also going to let this one go too. This is from Wikiluxe. It is the Sunset Glow Ombre Blush. It is beautiful, as you can see, but I never pull this, like ever, 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 ever. And it's just sitting in the drawer, collecting dust. I know one of my friends will love this. I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go. These three are newer to my collection. This one is the newest. This came out of that out of the Profusion Peanuts Vanity. Warm Wishes. Definitely be hanging on to this one. When you consider what kind of formula this is, and it was part of that Vanity, Peanuts holiday collection, it is a gorgeous formula. It is really, really pretty. And then we have my two blushed palettes from Juvia's Place. This is the formula that replaced this one. We have Blushed Volume 5, very pretty pinks. And then we have Blushed Volume 6, and these are oranges. Let me see something. Compare this to this. Let me swatch these two, and then I'm going to swatch this one, and I want to see if the shades are similar. I'm definitely going to be keeping this one. Oh, as you can see, all three of these shades are different. This one is similar to this, but as you can see, is deeper. So, know for sure I'm hanging on to this one. And I think there's another one that I'm going to compare to this one. That's kind of where we're at now. We're at the point of comparing. So let me kind of open up these shades, and we're going to get situated, and we're going to start doing that. Okay, so first, let's compare these four. I already know that these two are not similar, but I want to compare this one to this one. Similar, but this one is deeper in tone. You know what? I'm going to keep this one, but I'm going to declutter this one, which is the House Labs in Hibiscus Haze. I mean, honestly, this mirror packaging just drives me crazy. And I'm going to swatch this one, Sunset Clouds. Lighter than this one. Let's compare that one to the Bella Pink from Moira. Now, as you can see, these two are very much the same. I'm going to keep Bella Pink, and I'm going to declutter the Uden's Eye. Sometimes you just have to compare and contrast to decide. And I'm going to keep this one, Toffee Cake. I want to compare Serafina to the ColourPop one, because these two are very similar. So, Retro in Serafina. Let's compare this one. The Cherry Blossom in Sherry. Let's see. Oh, you see that one is identical. Wow, all three of those are so similar to each other. What do I want to do? Oh my Lord, this is so tough. Because I love all three. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and keep all three for one more year. We're going to hang on to these because they're so pretty. All right, let's compare Forever Yours to Airway Studio Kyoko. And I also want to compare, actually, I think I'm going to compare this one to this. What's this one? Oh, that's like a brighter purple. I'm like starting to confuse myself here. All right, so Forever Yours. And then we have, actually, you know what? Oh, this one. I got confused. Let's see. This one is actually, is it similar to this one from Beauty Bay? Let's see. Not Beauty Bay, Beauty Creations. Pretty similar. This is more purple. This is more pink. I'm going to hang on to this one. I'm going to declutter this one because I do have tones that are similar to this one. So we're going to keep this one. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and declutter this one as well. It's pretty, but it's not performing as well. And I do have other blushes that are similar to that. So now we have 601 from Docolor. And then we have Text Me from ColourPop. Very similar. This one is more pigmented. And then I'm also going to swatch Watermelon Bliss from House Labs. This is a completely different tone. These two are very similar. All three are pretty different in tones. I'm going to keep this one from ColourPop. So we're going to keep Text Me. I'm going to declutter Docolor only because it's lighter than this one. I do have shades similar to this one, so we're going to let this one go. And I'm going to go ahead and hang on to Watermelon Bliss just because it's so different. Who knows? I might end up next year going ahead and deciding to get rid of all the ones that I kept. Then Bella. We're going to keep Bella. And that's it. We have gone through all of them. Out of the 43 powder blushes that I had in my collection, I kept 27. I decluttered 16. I think I did pretty good. And I did go ahead and decide to declutter Watermelon Bliss from House Labs. I know that I'm never going to use this. There's no reason for me to hang on to it. If you guys enjoyed that video, please really give the video a thumbs up. The last video that will be going up in this declutter collection will be the eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to be combining the mini palettes with the big ones. Usually I do that separate, but we're just going to make that one big video this time. If you enjoyed the video, please really give the video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, you are not already subscribed, I would love it if you consider joining my little family, hitting subscribe. Make sure you tap the bell so you miss a thing. You can also follow me on my other socials. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.